We're going to talk a little bit about some of the real surprises that we heard today at the Golden Globes announcements. Pete?
Well, for me, some of the real surprises were the names that weren't here, and that's in particular in the actor category. Richard Jenkins in The Visitor, who everybody's been talking about all year, that was an early film, did not get in here in the actor in a drama, and I was surprised about that, and I was surprised that Clint Eastwood did not wind up in the Best Actor in a Drama for Gran Torino. This is supposed to be his year as an actor. However, he did get 2 nominations for music, of all things, as composer and as the best song. Go figure.
The Golden Globe pundits cynically have been saying for recent days, and I did not fall for this, I'm happy to say, and that is that they said, well, they're going to give Brad Pitt that nomination in the supporting category for Burn After Reading, and they won't give it to him for lead. That slot is going to go to Clint Eastwood. Well, as Pete said, of course, he got snubbed, which I thought was fascinating. I know I was out on a thin, shaky limb when I went for Zac Efron, who did not get nominated for High School Musical on the comedy music side. But I thought that the one thing that's great about the Globes is they love to bring in the new, young, hot blood, and I knew it was a long shot for them to honor High School Musical 3 in the Best Picture category, although they normally love musicals, and when a musical successful is in the lineup, it normally wins.
But what about Tom Cruise?
Well, Tom Cruise in the supporting category, fantastic. That's virtually a cameo, and they're bringing Tom Cruise back. And let's face it, they wanted the big stars to show up at this show this year. Last year, they were just shut out of the show completely. We didn't have a Golden Globes, basically, so now we have Tom Cruise, we have Brad Pitt, we have Angelina Jolie, we have Leonardo DiCaprio. This is going to be star-studded, and they're aware of that. Interestingly, though, they also nominated films with a European bent. The Reader, giving Kate Winslet a supporting nomination there, and we saw Ralph Fiennes in The Duchess. We saw In Bruges in the comedy categories with Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell. They're giving a lot of love to European actors, and let's face it, this is the Hollywood Foreign Press.
What do you think, Tom?
I think that the giggles we heard this morning were hilarious because they laughed when James Franco's name was mentioned and they laughed when Tom Cruise's name was mentioned. But I think we know why they laugh when Cruise is engaged. But there's a little something else, and that is they don't normally go for the frat boy comedies here. Knocked Up was not nominated in the past, but here Pineapple Express and Tropic Thunder got it.
Can we mention too that James Franco was in 2 movies? He was in Milk, which got 1 nomination, just Sean Penn, and he was in Pineapple Express, which got 1 nomination. Who would have guessed coming into this morning that Pineapple Express would be tied with Milk for the nominations here?